and gentlemen, welcome to another one of them Candid Conversations. Blessed, feeling very blessed, highly favored, feeling like I'm the God's favorite son, where the blessings is overflowing, and we still give thanks. The Candid Conversations we crisscross across the globe, touching with creatives, musicians, artists, sports person, and all sorts of public figures. We get to know about them, their life, and what they're doing, and also their contribution to the society right about now. This one right here is a special one. Listen to that soundtrack. Can you hear that? Yeah. When the Wazimu crew, they're talking about what we're talking. It's all gonna link up beautiful later on. Anyway, a big shout out to all my sponsors, my well wishers. A big shout out to OWF, Olympia Wafula Foundations, for the things you're doing in the community from across London all the way to Nairobi. A big shout out to OWF. A big shout out to Bush and Wine Adventures. If you want to book a trip all across East Africa, they got you unlocked. And a big shout out to Trigger Accountants. When you want to do your tax returns, that sort of thing, get Trigger Accountants. They're keeping the lights on in this here area. Listen, always honorable shout out to Chris Chimano and what you're doing in the society, Sanayetu Mtaani. Honorable shout out again to my man Njonjo, my man Njonjo, Sakata Kandanda. Yeah, now we're coming close to it. As you can hear the vibes, yeah, that's what we are. Listen, today's show is all about there's going to be a tournament here, a tournament for the young ones, under 14, a football tournament for the young ones, the under 14. This tournament has been dubbed Next Star Football Tournament. It's going to be on the 22nd at the Umeme Grounds in Nairobi. And yeah, that's what we're talking about today. It's been brought to you courtesy of Next Star and Sports On. Check them people out online. Next Star and Sports On, they've been putting in some work for a minute. And yeah, today I'm really honored I managed to link up with the CEO of Next Star, one man, Eugene Masbayi. So without further ado, Mr. Masbayi, welcome to the show. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm well.
Thank you for taking time, man.
Yes.
No, but I also thank you for what you guys are trying to do out there. You know, it's not a lot of people like you. You understand?
We try our bit.
Yeah, and that's all we gotta do. We gotta just see where you're trying to put in some effort. That's why we're here today.
Yep.
Just to try and get to know more about this thing that's on the 22nd. So just give us a background of how did we come to be here, like your background in this thing in football.
Oh, the next tournament basically was established last year. In August. That's when we did our first tournament at Ruma Flats.
Okay.
We repeated the same in December last year. Again. But the idea is bigger than just doing tournaments, basically. Let me share. Other than the tournament, Nexta is a group of friends that have come together, a group of friends, family that have come together, basically to nurture talents, or to basically bring up a platform that can basically identify talents and see how far they can go, or basically put them to the platform to be identified as early as possible. And if they can excel from the same, which we say, well and good. The platform Nexta has me as the CEO of Nexta. It has Titus Mulama, former Kenyan international, as the director of Nexta.
Okay.
Then it has Simon. Yes. Then it has Simon Mulama, who is the brother to Tito Mulama, as leagues and competitions manager.
Okay.
Yes, basically those are the guys who are pushing Nexta from where we started to where we are right now.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Basically, from what I'm understanding is Nexta is all about nurturing talents to the young
from a young age.
From a young age, for the people who are interested in whatever type of talent they're interested in from a young age. That's what Nexta does, right? It might be, but because you grew up in football and you're more versed in football, that's kind of like what's taking center stage for now, right?
Yes.
But even with football, you're not just nurturing the football talent. You're basically trying to nurture these young kids to be upright individuals, believe in themselves when they're moving forward, whether they're going to end up as footballers or they're just going to end up as contributing, like, meaningful people in the society, basically, right?
Yes, because remember, sports brings it not only brings the sports aspect, but also we get discipline from sports. We get for you to excel in sports or whatever you want to do, you have to be committed to what you do.
You have to be dedicated. It teaches them the kind of the virtues that are needed in life nowadays, where like you have to be dedicated, you have to be disciplined, you have to put in the work.
Yes.
Yeah, from an early age.
So basically, those are the ethos that sports brings about, and basically the kids that play sports, when they grow up, those are the things that basically they don't forget.
Yeah, they apply those virtues in real life.
Yes.
Whether they end up being professionals or just being stand-up citizens, they basically learn this ethos about hard work and dedication and that type of thing, right? So that's big on Next Star, right?
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing. Go on.
Basically, we've done 2 tournaments so far. The third one is happening at Umeme Grounds, Ziwani.
And that's what we are talking about, right?
Yes.
This third one. Listen,
yes.
Before we go any further, as you can hear, that's Umeme. That's when the Wazimu on the track. Also, we'll talk about that, how that links up to the whole thing. But ladies and gentlemen, please, there's a link down here. Like in the description, there's a link. And this link basically is what we're trying to lead you guys to this link so that you can, if you are vibing with us in this kind of thing where we want to help the young kids who are interested in football for now, click the link, donate whatever you can donate, and tell your friends to tell their friends to click the link down below there, down somewhere, right? Yeah, we want as many people as we can. I already told a couple of people this is going on, so yeah, I'm sure they're clicking the link right now. Donate what you can donate, whether it's in pounds, whether it's in dollars, whether it's in Kenya shillings, it doesn't matter. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today. Yeah, it's the next Star Football Tournament under 14 that's going to be at Umeme Grounds on April the 22nd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, talk to me, my brother. Why do you think it's important, like you being a football guy? Where is the disconnect? Why are there no structures or machineries that are dedicated to this type of thing? Or are there structures or machineries that are dedicated to this, and are you just enhancing on it?
I would say we have a broken structure. We have a broken structure. Yes, we have a structure. Yes, we know what to do. But the people in charge, I would say, have neglected what they're supposed to do in grassroots football. Because, let me quote the legend. Ronaldinho was here a few years back, and he actually said, without growing the grassroots, then Kenya cannot make it to the World Cup, or basically we cannot play football to the levels that are expected. And we cannot live a life of complaining, and we also know what to do. So the next year, we decided if there's a gap, we're going to zero in the gap. And basically, if the guys in charge want to join us, then they will find us along the way.
You're not waiting for them.
We are not doing the waiting no more.
No, okay. That one thing you're saying there that I'm feeling is kind of like there's dedication on your side also, on your part as Eugene Masbayi. The dedication on your it's kind of it's inborn. So give us a little background about you personally. Big background about you.
Let me put it like this. I personally never played to the levels that my colleagues played because these guys are Kenyan internationals, man.
Right.
These guys are Kenyan internationals, man. Right. One of them represented Kenya at the highest level in African football. That is the Africa Cup of Nations.
Definitely.
In 2004. I believe that's the time that we did very well compared to the other times we've been there. But let me talk about myself. Eugene Masbayi was born in a place called Kariako. Eastlands.
Shout out.
Yes, the eastern part of the capital city. I played football as I was growing up. But it reached a point that basically I think many people were better than me. But I've grown up following the game.
Yeah.
Following the game, I mean, since I was as young as I think 33, 34. I was going to the stadium.
I know.
Not by myself.
Obviously.
But basically I was going with my father. So I've grown up in the game to the levels that for the last 15 years, I've been the sporting director of Meme Sports Club. Meme Sports Club is situated in Ziwani, which basically I was running a football team that was playing in the Nairobi leagues.
Right.
We've done that with minimal resources without complaining. We've tried to, basically me and other people, we've tried to structure places, basically try to organize the game or the clubs better than they've been. You see,
before you brought your input before, and using limited resources, you've done what you could do, and you can see some improvement. But you're realizing there's a long way to go, and the best way is to start from nurturing the grassroots.
Yes, basically, in a nutshell, I'm a soccer administrator.
Nice one, Mr. Masbayi. That's a beautiful one. Listen, you being a soccer administrator, I got a couple of questions, because also me, I grew up the same way like you, being in football since I was a little kid. That basically, we didn't know anything else. It was just playing football from the makeshift football behind the house. Now when you could go out and play football, to attending football matches when I was young, you understand? So I get that back home. I get that when we had heavy stars like the Wilberforce Mulamba, Mahamoud Abad, when FC Leopards and Gor was a proper derby, you know what I mean? Them days when Woodley Stadium used to full up when Shabana is playing, or, you know what I mean? Them type of days. That was my childhood, right? And like you, growing up, whatever, I noticed I'm not as good as the peers. Like, I played with them, like you're talking about, they were just like, you that's the thing about football. You quickly know where your range, you know what I mean? There's no lies. There's no lies. You can see there's talent over there, and then there's like there are people who you see improve, and you kind of find your niche, you find your lane, right? So right now, what do you think you can say? You say you're here, there's this gap where the grassroots have been ignored. And the structure is not favoring them, especially the grassroots on this side of town where we grew up, where
Yes.
we are not, you know what I mean, on our side of town where kids don't have a lot, and then there's a lot of distraction based off the common key, which is lack of resources, right?
Yes.
So this is normally a challenge. So what are some of the hardships that you come across, and how do you try to navigate these hardships or challenges?
This is what I've learned. Okay, I would say in the last 5 years, I've really concentrated in kids soccer, because, like I told you before, in the last 15 years, I was basically involved in the seniors.
Administration with the seniors.
Yeah, administration with the seniors.
Right.
So with the kids, or rather, the kids platform, and where we started in 2022. First and foremost is there is lack of proper funding for teams.
And that's all across the globe. That's all across the globe. From the one down to the top one, the funding is not there. Okay, at
the top, at least there's a bit of funding.
Wow.
At the bottom,
it's non-existent.
There's non-existent. Because at the bottom, it was waiting for Eugene, Simon Mulama, Tito Mulama to come.
All right. Wow.
You see, that's how crazy it is. There's lack of proper funding. That is number one. Number two, equipment for the kids, mostly in areas that we've grown up in.
Yeah. The less fortunate areas, which is also, you can say, it's a trickle down of the lack of funding, because if funding was there, then maybe we could get a bit of equipment, you understand? So so that kind of is a trickle down of the lack of funding.
Yes, so no equipment. Then for the guys in the game, the coaches, no proper education. No proper education. A lot of people are doing stuff maybe from their experience in their time when they were playing, or some of them just use Google, YouTube.
University of YouTube. Some go to the university of YouTube.
And also some just copy what the next guy is doing.
Yeah.
You see. So next we are all about play and education. Play and education. Okay. Nurture the talent of the young person, and also grow the talent in the coach, grow the talent in the people officiating the game. Because remember, officiating the game is not for the old guys peke yake.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So if we can find a coach, a child who wants to be a referee at 16, beginning at 16 years, then we're also nurturing talent in that line.
That's what I'm saying. There's a gap. There's definitely a gap, because and refs also, like, it's a career. People forget that. People forget that. You see what I'm saying? It's a career. And also, you're like the way you're saying, like, things have changed from that time to this, from people who are just using experience without progressive information and education. Then you're kind of stuck in the matrix somehow, right?
Yes, because proper education, good stuff. If a coach is properly educated, then it means the production line will be good, because we'll produce good players. Without proper education, then we have a problem.
You're right.
We will have a problem, because we will not produce the quality that we can sell to the rest, or we can expose to the rest of the world.
Yeah, and also it's kind of even the talent itself gets shortchanged. You understand? They maybe realize later when they are 20 how they were badly trained. They picked up bad habits. So it start, you know what I mean? Then they are mad about it. And I check it. So I see you that. Now, on that note, by the way, people, I'm talking to Mr. Eugene, the CEO of Nexta. There's a link down there. A big shout out to all my sponsors, my well wishes, and everybody, right? And if you were watching this, click the link and you know what I mean, give us your donation or whatever. We really enjoy that. A big shout out to Mr. Tim Strike out of Harlow. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing something down there with his boys because he knows we're going live. A big shout out to Erico in Glasgow. Yeah, I'm sure you're doing something. Link is down there. And also a big shout out to Moses out of East London. I know you're doing something. The link is down there, and we like every little helps, and we're gonna do this. So the more the merrier, right? Now listen, Mr. Eugene.
Yes.
You spoke about knowledge, and you spoke about progression and coaches, right? So is there any training that these coaches are offered, like your coaches, are they offered? Is there some on this day? I know it's for the under 14, or is there something that you've prepared for their coaches or the people who are managing these teams?
Okay, since we started, we've been looking for partners. And remember, the people who have mandate to train the coaches are the FKF, basically the Football Kenya Federation.
The governing body, the
governing body.
The body that governs football in Kenya.
Yes. But it has been a challenge getting opportunities on their platforms, which is very unfortunate, I would say, because the grass, which we need to concentrate at the level we are to get good football being played in the country. Other than that, we've approached, I believe, okay, there's an organization that we've agreed upon that they're going to train our coaches on football and education. No, child protection policy.
Okay.
Which will be done. We have if all goes well, it will be done on the 7th, Good Friday.
Okay.
It will be done on the Good Friday. It's a one-day training at level 1. It will be done by an organization called Green Kenya.
Okay.
Green Kenya is found have their offices in Buruburu, Nairobi.
All right.
We are targeting Red Cross. Red Cross, basically St. John's, not Red Cross, St. John's.
Okay.
To partner with us in terms of first aid. Remember when we were growing up?
We need.
Not even on that day. The coaches have to train on first aid.
Yeah, listen, I know what you're talking about when you're growing up. Don't even go there.
When we were growing up, everything was about water. Bring water we pour water on the head.
On the head,
water around
gargle the water and then spit it out. But yo, it's my knee though. It's my knee. Yeah, still gargle the water.
So we have to get out of that scenario. So we are talking to St. John to give us guys to train our coaches.
Yeah.
Because remember, we have a responsibility to enlighten them. Yes, because the child has to be protected, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Other than being coached, the child has to be protected because the children have rights.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's a beautiful thing you're doing. Listen, about the training and all that. If there's any organization out there, whether you're catching us and you know about training and whatever for coaches, please reach out to Mr. Eugene. And also, we gotta show a big honorable shout out to, is it Greenhouse or whoever from Buruburu?
Green Kenya.
Big honorable shout out to Green Kenya on what you're trying to do. We really, really appreciate that. And guys, listen, my guys, the link down here, yeah? Click the link, donate what you want to donate. Listen, you can donate 3-4 times, my guy. We love it. We love it. Tell your friends to tell your friends. The link is down there. I got it written down because I don't want to make a mistake for this. Yeah, it's Nexta football tournament for the under 14s. That's going to be at the Umeme grounds in on April the 22nd. For those that know football, if you're from Nairobi like me, you know the name Umeme FC and football is synonymous.
True.
It's synonymous. Eastlands,
True.
there was a time like Umeme FC was synonymous. Before came Volcano, before came whatever. So the fact that they still Umeme FC functioning and you guys trying to administrate as administrators under such tight and harsh conditions, right?
Yes.
That's just to give you, we give thanks to people like you, my brother. And we say, yeah, we give
Humble.
thanks to people like you, people like Simon Mulama and people like Titus Mulama. We give thanks to you. And we hope you keep moving forward with this thing, right? We really do. So what are the categories? Is it just going to be boys teams or boys and girls, or how do we want this day? What are the plans for this day on the 22nd?
Allow me to give a brief history where we're coming from to where we are at, or where we're headed.
Go on.
We started with the first edition had 12 teams, 6 for boys, 6 for girls. We decided to do boys in the second edition, where we had 12 teams for boys. But on the 22nd of April, due to public demand, because I'm going to mention the teams that we are having. We're almost having Nairobi coming to Ziwani, bro.
I love that.
We are having Nairobi coming to Ziwani to play.
Oh, yes.
And because of the resources, we had to settle for 16 teams, bro.
Okay.
But guys are still knocking the door, asking, man, give us a chance, man. Give us a chance. The guys who've been there, we've been there. They don't want to miss the opportunity. So we have 16 teams.
Okay.
If you don't mind, can I give you the list?
Please do. Give us the list.
The first team on the list is Flash Tornadoes from Kariako. Then there's Kudush from Mathare North. There's Green Santos from Dagoretti. There's Toben FC from Kayole. There's Star Soccer from Ziwani.
Okay.
There's Nairobi Academy from Ziwani.
Okay.
There's Kisima from Ziwani. Those are the homeboys.
All right. Well represented. From Ziwa is well represented, I see.
Yes. Then there's Kata Kandanda from where you come from, bro.
Whoa! Yes, sir. The one like Jojo. We in there. We in there.
Niaje sakata kandanda hapa, tuko zoezi, tuko preparation ya the next star edition, second edition, first edition tulicheza Huruma. Tunaambia mavijana tunakuja na this time yenyewe tuta make sure mmefeel ground. Mavijana wako tayari, tuko midterm na tutakuwa wote. Asante sana next star generation. Tunapenda sakata kandanda.
Where you come from, bro.
Yes, sir. The one like Jojo. We in there.
Jojo.
We in there. Yes, sir.
There's Sakata Kandanda.
Yes, sir.
Then there's Brosis from Dagoretti. There's Ushawishi from Huruma. There's Green Mambas from Buruburu. Then there's Pioneer from Matiriva.
Wow.
There's Pelico. Yeah, there's Pelico from Park Road.
Okay.
There's Britannia from Park Road. Then there's Kariobangi South. Academy K South wenyewe.
Kwa majina naitwa Coach Fred Abedi, coach wa Kariobangi South Soccer Academy, na tumekuwa na vijana preparation za hapa na pale kwa preparation ya tona ya the next time. So hiyo tona hii ni third edition, tumecheza first, ni wanzilishi. First edition tulicheza tukafika finali. Second edition tulitolewa semi but tuliemerge na best goalkeeper which is Lavington Awonda. Sasa inaenda third edition yake na this time vijana wako na moral, wanataka kuibeba na wamenipromise this time hawatarudi bila hiyo trophy, na mimi pia nawaamini this my team na najua ability ya kila mchezaji hapa. So this time tunaenda ku give our best and we want to thank the next staff. We thank Titus Mulama na Eugene for the good work wamekuwa wakifanya. So this time God bless sana kusaidia kunacha these young talents hapa kimtaani.
Then lastly, if I'm not wrong, we have Gravel Legends. Those are the defending champions.
Oh, yeah, they have to be there. Listen, my
defending
brother.
champions.
Listen.
Yes.
A big shout out to all the teams, man. No, it's all across Nikaya. It's true to that. It's kind of like Nairobi nzima itakuwa ziwa tarehe 22. Yo.
Hii inaitwa Ushawishi Football Academy. Ndio tunajiandaa juu ya next tournament, the next tournament. Last time tulitokea kwa semi final. This time vijana wanajituma, tunafukatizi mapema, tuna train hard. I think tunaweza pata kikombe this round. Kuna bidii, morali iko juu. Ni hayo.
And my boy Sakata Kananda. We in there. I love this type of things. And then it's kind of like what you're doing is it's with very limited resources. You understand? That's the key thing, though. There's loving, there's giving back while you're swimming in luxury, and then there's giving back when it's your way of life. You understand? So that's why I really appreciate what you're doing. Honorable shout out to you. I really appreciate what Tito is doing. Honorable shout out to Titus Mulama. Honorable shout out to Simon Mulama. What you guys are doing is very beautiful, right? And we're looking forward to this day. Guys, the link is down there. Click the link. Donate what you want to donate. You can donate 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 10 time. Yo, we loving it. You know what I mean? And we are hoping we're going to let the whole society know about this thing, yeah? And all the teams that are coming down, vijana, zoezi muhimu. Go in there, do your practice, come out there, show up and show off. And we love that. You know what I mean? What you're doing is very, very important based on the fact that we come from a deprived area. And now you're bringing whatever your experience you've learned over here with very limited resources. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to try what we can do, try to reach people behind the scenes. We're going to try to make sure all the eyes that rock with us get to know about this thing, then see how they can come and help. And also on top of that, just to finish it off, there'll be some performance. There's some artists who are also like broken off the family, and they'll be showcasing their musical talent, right? You see? So I love that. It's kind of like there's music that was going to be showcased on that day. Honorable shout out to Endawazimu and the whole clique. I know they're out there. There's football. The kids are now you can imagine between now and then, the kids practicing for that. So that's just in itself, even before that day, the kids have something to look forward to. You understand?
It's a big day for them, man.
It's a big day for them, you know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing. Regardless of what happens on that particular day, on the 22nd, there are kids now who are committed. They're thinking about, you know what I mean? They're practicing. They're trying to improve their skills. And that keeps the kids' mind motivated. It keeps them away from all these vices. You see what I'm saying?
True.
So already your contribution is there, and we really, really want to thank you for that. And we're going to follow this. We'll come back with a follow-up program later to tell you how much you guys in the diaspora have contributed. So if you let my man down, shame on you, Maji. So we're going to keep this up. And we'll hit you back later saying like, you guys have contributed so much, and we'll follow this. We'll try and follow the artists, see how they're preparing for that day. We'll try and follow these teams in the ground, see how they're preparing for that day. and we'll bring it to you so that, you know what I mean? You see, if
Yes.
you've contributed, you see where the resource is going, you know what I mean? And if you haven't
True.
contributed, you feel more shame on yourself, you know what I mean? So maybe you can come up and contribute double. We love in that, right?
True.
Right. Before we go, Mr. Eugene, can you shout out your social handles where they can link up with you or something like that?
Okay. Our social handles, basically, we are on Instagram. We're on Instagram, next 12 star. Next 12 star. Next 12 star on Instagram.
Okay.
We are on Twitter at next 121.
Right.
Then we are on Facebook.
Okay.
Next at next 12.
So it's next 12 on Twitter, next 12 on
no. On next 12 next 121. 121.
121.
That's on Twitter at next 121.
Beautiful.
Then on Instagram, next 12 star.
Okay.
Next 12 star.
Listen.
Then on
That's a beautiful thing. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the links also in the description. My guys, I want you to go hit this link, contribute, donate whatever you're gonna donate. Then I'll give you the links for Nexta. You can follow them up, see what's going on. But I promise you this, yeah? You listen to that? Yeah? Those are the future stars. I promise you, this is going to be a big one. Don't be left out, okay? Right. So, Mr. Eugene, we really love you and appreciate you for taking time. We're gonna come back on this. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a follow-up on this. And yo, Sepen, natafuta Sepen, niaje? Where's my man though? Yeah. The people supposed to be here. Where's my man? Sepen tunakuhitaji, you give us more updates, all your coordinating and all that, and we really, really appreciate it.
Okay.
That's how nashukuru, bro. Bless.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for taking time.
No worries.
Tozla bile anafanya game kuwe goal hapa the next start tunainua waone najisishe kwa crime ya watu yote sindo machampion sindo machamp leta team yote tutaichapa yani kuivisha kuotoka kakahata kujijenga kuinua next hapa kuna kismat ni talanta kaulunga nikikuwa next yani kuivisha kuotoka kakahata kujijenga kuinua next attention ni kubol bila mesh